Okay, so for today's workout, it's a really tough one, but I hope you really enjoy it. So you've got 16 minutes of solid work. You've got 8 exercises that you're gonna repeat twice. Okay, so for each of the exercises, once you've completed it, you're gonna be working for a minute on each exercise. So once you complete that first minute of work, you're then gonna go straight on to the next exercise as fast as you can, giving yourself as little amount of rest as possible. If you need to give yourself 10, 15 seconds each time, that's absolutely cool. Don't beat yourself up, it's no problem at all. But the aim is to get to the point where we can just train solidly, okay, for 16 minutes. So we're gonna complete 8 exercises, 2 times, a minute on each exercise, totaling 16 minutes. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so for this exercise, we're gonna be doing what's called flutter kick. Take our head and our shoulders off the floor first. We're gonna straighten our legs out and we're going to flutter our legs. So this is a very much a regressed version, so our feet are higher up in the air, so in a more vertical position. We want to make it a little bit harder. You're going to keep them nice and low, as close to the ground as you can. Making sure you try and keep your head and your shoulders off the floor as much as you can. This is a real ab burner, as you can see, she's feeling it already. But this is a real ab burner, this is brilliant, this is for getting those abs. So yeah, there's flutter kicks. So this next exercise is butterfly sit-ups. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our feet together in a sit-up position. The aim for this one, okay, is you can use your hands to swing yourself back up here, okay? It's not a problem, but I really want you to focus on pushing your knees down to the ground. Not physically with your hands, but just with your muscles. I want you to aim to push your knees down to the ground. So as you lay back, you're going to control it, lay it back, and then you can swing your hands up and you're going to touch just on your toes or just in front of your toes. Whatever you want to do, you're going to go straight up, straight down, okay? Trying to keep your knees as close to the ground as you can, okay? They will want to come up, okay? And it's no problem at all if they do come up. So for butterfly sit-ups, to regress a butterfly sit-up, all I want you to do is go into a normal sit-up, so putting your feet together, okay? And all you need to do is slide up and touch your knees, okay? That's all you need to do if you're struggling to do butterfly sit-ups. It's no problem at all. So that is butterfly sit-ups. So this next exercise is glute bridges. So we're going to be working our butt cheeks. You can do it with adding resistance as well, which is with a kettlebell. Which is how we're going to start. So you can see her kettlebell. So she's got her kettlebell. She's going to put it into her crutch area, her lower sort of abdomen area, and she's just going to drive her hips. She's going to push her weight down through her heels. Okay, and driving your hips up and squeezing the butt cheeks together. So you're going to go straight up, straight back down. Straight up, straight back down, okay? You're going to squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. You can do this without a kettlebell as well, so you can throw the kettlebell to the side. If you haven't got a kettlebell, again, you can add a bag on your lap. You can add anything on your lap you want, okay? So just driving your hips to the sky, and you're pushing your weight down through your heels, and that is glute bridges. So this next exercise is push-ups, body. So we're going to get ourselves into a full press-up position on our hands, aiming for that triangle. So we're aiming for a triangle between the ends of your hands and in line with your hips. It's hard to draw a triangle onto the hip. So a triangle, what I mean is this triangle here. So my head's coming down at the very top of the triangle. So full press-ups up to the toes, keeping that core nice and tight. Dropping that chest down, keeping your hips off the floor. If we need to, we can drop our knees down to the floor and do exactly the same thing. Okay, so we'll take our chest all the way down to the floor and then pressing back up from there. Ladies, doing a press up is quite a hard thing sometimes, and if you're big chested, it's quite tough as well because you're obviously more top heavy. So don't beat yourself up if you're not going that far down. Preferably, we're going to get more range as the further we go down. What you can do is you can do a hand release push-up, what we call a hand release push-up, which will be in another video, but just to show a hand release push-up. So we're going to slowly lower ourselves down to the point where we feel comfortable and then kind of just drop to the floor without hurting ourselves. You're going to release your hands at that point, okay, keeping your hips on the floor still, and then you're going to push yourself back up from that position there. Trust me, consistency and persistency on this exercise is really going to help you build the strength and be able to do a full press up eventually in time. So that is 3 different ways you can do press ups. So for this next exercise, we're doing jump mountain climbers. So we're going to get ourselves into a plank position on our hands, starting with our foot alongside our hands or as close as we can get it to our hands. And then we're going to jump with one foot going forward, the other one going backwards, jumping forwards, jumping backwards. Both just to show that we're capable of doing it. Beautiful, okay, so give the other one forward, okay, so you can step it out, and that's the way to regress jump mountain climbers. For this next exercise, we're going to be doing what's called ski jumps, okay, so this is really going to hit your butt cheeks. Take your foot back across, that's it, then you're going to step out, okay, and this is just a regressed version, so just step into, make this harder, so you're going to jump from one side to the other, so that's the way of making that exercise, the back of the body, okay, jumping from one to the other. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're going to be doing a split lunge. Now, you can do this without weight, or you can do this with a weight, which will be holding in a goblet squat position, okay? Then the aim is to not let this front knee go forward. You're gonna let this front knee just stay still. It's just a pivoting point, okay? It's this back knee that's going directly down to the floor. You can hold it in a goblet squat position, okay? And we're doing exactly the same movement, just to add weight in there. So we're going straight up and straight down with that back knee. That's really important, so don't put pressure on the front of our patella. So that is split lunge.